Hi, Tom here. Welcome to today's video. Pisces, the last few weeks have stirred something deep within you. You've felt more than usual. You've sensed shifts beneath the surface. You've recognized where you're absorbing too much and where you needed boundaries. This week is different. This week isn't about protecting yourself anymore. It's about feeling safe inside of who you are now. From a Vedic perspective, the energy now moves into embodiment. The phase where intuition stops floating freely and begins to live inside a stable container. And for you, this is a crucial transition. Because your sensitivity isn't meant to disappear. It's meant to be held. You may notice that your emotions feel calmer this week. Not numb and not distant. Just less overwhelming. That can feel strange if you're used to emotional waves guiding your experience. But this calm isn't disconnection. It's regulation. Pisces, you feel what others miss. You sense emotional undercurrents effortlessly. You connect beyond words. But this week teaches you something gentle and important. Sensitivity doesn't require constant openness to stay alive. It requires safety. You may feel less compelled to merge with others emotionally, less inclined to rescue, absorb, or dissolve into someone else's experience. This isn't coldness. It's differentiation. And differentiation allows love to exist without self-loss. So here's the deeper lesson for this week. You don't need to escape reality to stay spiritual. You don't need to disappear to stay compassionate. Your intuition becomes stronger when it has a grounded place to land. You may also notice that your boundaries feel quieter this week. Not defensive and not rigid. Just present. You may say no without guilt. You may step back without explanation. And you might choose rest without justification. Now that's embodiment. There's also a subtle identity shift happening here this week. You may realize that you no longer need to define yourself by what you feel in every moment. Feelings move, essence remains, and that distinction brings you peace. This week supports simple, grounding rhythms, routines, consistency, gentle structure, not to limit you, but to give your sensitivity something to lean on. When your inner world has support, it stops flooding. You may also feel more present in your body, more aware of breath, more aware of physical comfort, more aware of where you actually are, not just where you feel pulled. That embodiment stabilizes your emotional landscape. This week isn't asking you to feel less. It's asking you to feel safely, to let emotions pass through without taking you with them, to witness without dissolving. Now, let's talk alignment. One intentional practice for you this week. Create one grounding ritual and repeat it daily. It can be simple. A walk, a cup of tea, a moment of stillness, What matters is repetition. Repetition teaches your nervous system that it's safe to stay. As you do this, notice what changes. Less emotional overwhelm, more clarity, a gentle sense of self returning. That's your sensitivity learning where it belongs. Pisces. This week isn't about becoming less open. It's about becoming anchored. When your sensitivity has a home, it becomes wisdom instead of overwhelm. You don't lose your magic by grounding it. You protect it. Let yourself settle. And you need to trust that. Before you go, there's something important you should know. These horoscopes are based on Vedic astrology, also known as sidereal astrology. That means we're using the actual positions of the stars in the sky, not the tropical system used in most Western astrology. Because of that, your sun signs here may be different than what you're used to. And that's okay. In Vedic astrology, we don't start with the sun sign. We start with the moon sign, because the moon represents your mind, emotions, and how life is experienced day to day. First, always watch this for your Vedic moon sign. That's where this horoscope will feel the most accurate and personal. Next, I recommend watching for your rising sign, also called your ascendant or lagna. Your rising sign shows how these energies show up in your physical life, your body, your environment, and the situations unfolding around you. Then, you can also watch for your sun sign, which adds insight into your identity, confidence, and sense of purpose during this time. And if love, relationships, creativity, or money are major themes for you right now, I also recommend checking your Venus sign, called Shukra in Vedic astrology, for an extra layer of clarity. For weeks where things feel intense, faded, or life-shifting, it can also be helpful to look at your lunar nodes, Rahu and Ketu. These show where growth is pulling you forward and where old patterns are asking to be released. To find your correct placements, make sure you're using a Vedic or sidereal natal chart, not a tropical one. Once you know your moon, rising, sun, and Venus signs, and optionally Rahu and Ketu, you'll get a much deeper and more complete understanding of what's unfolding. If this message resonated with you, please like the video. It truly helps support this channel and allows these messages to reach the people who actually need them. And if you're enjoying these weekly Vedic horoscopes, consider subscribing so you don't miss future messages for your signs. You are not one sign. You are a system of energies, learning how to work together. Take care and be calm.